my boy D went and saw a property yesterday to a seller. Where'd you get him? You just cold called him?
Yup, cold call.
He cold called him right off of PropWire, which is a free software where you can find and extract leads. So he went and saw the property. He's about to talk to him, make an offer. I think this one, when we ran the numbers, we decided it would be a better subject too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like a 2000s build? So a subject to. So if you do not know what a subject to is, what it is essentially you are taking over the seller's current mortgage and making all of the payments to that mortgage in the seller's name. So basically you as the buyer would be responsible for making those payments on the seller's behalf. Why would a seller do that? There's multiple reasons. A lot of times it's because the seller owes more money than what the property is worth.
Is my pen at?
And if they were to sell it cash or any traditional route, they would basically have to pay the bank money. So with the subject to, we get to capitalize on these types of deals because we get to actually give the seller money for the property instead of having them pay money, because we get to take advantage of their loan, which usually these mortgages are around 2, 3, 4% notes. So you can't find notes like that nowadays, especially in this market with notes being, 8%, 9%. So it's a huge advantage to us because we get to take over that note at a 2, 3% interest rate, and we get to cash flow big time.
Yep.
And we're little out of pocket. Like, we're out of pocket maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 grand sometimes, instead of having to buy a whole $300,000 property cash. So it works out for everybody involved. Seller gets to walk out with cash. We get to walk out with a property at 2% mortgage, and we just cash flow the hell out of it. So D's about to give him a call, see if we can get some numbers out of this guy and get a deal done.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, I tried to get to you yesterday. I think you probably were a little bit busy. So I just had a few questions regarding the property. I know that you said that you owed a little bit to the mortgage statement, right?
Yes, 230 and 236.
Right. And I just needed a little bit of more information, man. That way I can help you move on to bigger and better things. Do you know how much the monthly payment with taxes and insurance is?
1808.
1808. Okay. What about the interest rate?
It's like 275 or maybe 33.
Do you owe any back payments to the bank?
Yes.
Okay. What was that?
I don't have an account. I don't have an exact.
You got a ballpark?
No, I don't know the exact amount. I have to call and get that right. It's a significant amount, but
Gonna need that one for sure. So my question is to you, man, would you be willing to let us take over your mortgage payments in order to get you some cash?
yeah, if you give me some cash, I'm down.
All right. So what we'll need is the back payments for sure, and then we could definitely move forward.
Mortgage statement.
All right. Let's see how to get that.
Mortgage statement and back payments for sure. So that's what we'll need. Then we can get it done. Do you know when you can get that?
I will try something now.
When do you think you can get back with me?
Probably in an hour or two.
In an hour?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right. So 1808, 2.75% interest rate. That's amazing. So it was a good call you got. You got the details. The only thing I would say, D, is build a little bit more rapport. Kind of bullshit with him a little bit.
Yeah.
Keep him on the phone a little bit longer. Just so because you're taking over the guy's payments.
Yeah.
So you want him to trust you.
Trust me, yeah.
But let's run some numbers on.
Because
this
when
real
I
quick.
first talked to him, it's so crazy because sometimes when I'm just talking to these sellers, bro, they already basically telling me they whole information. Like, bro, I just
Yeah.
want to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a motivated seller, though, by the way.
That
That's
is a
definitely
motivated
a
seller.
motivated seller. Like,
Okay, so
he just want to get rid of it.
now we got to figure out how much this is going to rent for. All right, so 1808, He owes 230. The property is worth about, what did we say this property is worth? Do you remember what we said this property was worth? So it's a 3.2, 1,900 square foot with a pool. That's the kicker. It's got a pool.
Got a pool.
So that tells me, man, honestly, renting property to tenants with a pool is a headache and it's a lot of liability. So I probably would not rent this. I would probably do a wrap note instead. So we could run this as a wrap mortgage. So you got your two exit strategies, your wrap and rental. Now we need to know how much his back payments is, and he's talking about a significant amount. So that tells me that he probably owes upwards of like 30, 40 grand maybe, which means that we're not going to be able to get him a lot of money. Because I can't pay him 20 and then pay 30 grand to his bank and then be all in at 50. And I still have to clean up the property. Probably got to clean up the pool. I got to fix that garage because that thing's messed up.
Yeah.
But so it's a 3.2, 1,900 square foot property with a pool. It looks like your highest comp is 2,300. So rent is possibly 2,300 a month, which means you would make about $500 cash flow. So just based off of my initial numbers, right? You got 1,800 PITI, 2,300 rent, which gives you $500 a month cash flow, okay, at a 2.75% interest rate. Now we need to know the back payments because that's going to play a part into our entry fee, and he owes $230 as a principal amount. So ARV, we need to find out the ARV so we know how much equity we got.
I'd probably say 265.
Two-
Well, it don't have stairs. No. Maybe 250. It might got a 250 ARV.
Write that down too. HOA is going to play a big part for your rentals because you need to know how much you're paying to the HOA. So you got ARV of 300. He owes 230.
Yeah.
Now I don't know how much money he's paying. He's got back payments, so that's the thing. So if he has $30,000 in back payments, and then another 20, so we're going to be all in at 280 with the ARV of 300. That deal's not going to work. There's no equity. There's cash flow. There's no equity, and you're a high entry fee. But if you were to put this as a wrap, so I'm gonna run this as a wrap. I love wraps. Your PITI is 1808, right? PITI. Do you want me to screen record this?
What is a wrap?
So a wrap mortgage, I was actually gonna explain this when we get to the Arlington.
That's cool. Explain this.
Okay.
Explain it twice.
So a wrap mortgage is basically an exit strategy where you sell the note, you sell the property owner finance to another homeowner. So you're going to have one mortgage that you're paying to the bank, and then you're going to wrap it with a second note to whoever you sell it to, and you're going to make what's in between, in the middle, right? So basically, it's two mortgages. You are selling it to a third party for a mortgage that's higher than what you're paying the bank, which gives you whatever the cash is in the middle. The reason why I like it is because, number one, you don't have to manage tenants and toilets, and you don't have to pay property taxes or insurance. So you typically get more cash flow. You don't have to manage the property, so you have no headache, and you just make consistent monthly cash flow every single month. The thing with rentals is, sure, maybe I get, $500 a month, but if my tenant, calls me one month and say, hey, the pipe, the toilet's, clogged up, or the garbage disposal's clogging up the sink, whatever it is, I have to pay to fix that, which means I'm not making $500 a month. I'm making whatever the maintenance fee is for that month. With a wrap, there's no maintenance fee. So I'm consistent cash flow every month, no calls from tenants, no headaches, nothing. So it's just a lot smoother, it's more consistent, and it's just headache free. And I love it. I mean, this is the only reason why I like it. So we're gonna run the numbers on this. So if we sell this at 300, we get 30 grand down, and we charge 8.5% interest, we're gonna get $2,000 a month, right? if we're not paying $1,800 because that's PITI. So with wrap notes, you got to deduct your taxes and insurance because you're selling that property to the homeowner who's going to end up paying the taxes and insurance. All you're paying is the principal and interest. So whatever the taxes and insurance is, can you pull up the taxes and tell me what it is? So if it's 1808, which is the PITI, taxes are gonna be like what? $7,000 a month or $7,000 a year. So I deduct $500 from that, $583, and then your insurance was just ballpark 150, right? So 1808 minus 583 minus 150. So I'm paying the bank $1,075. When I sell this on a wrap, if I sell this on a wrap, I'm gonna get $30,000 down, and I'm gonna get $2,076 a month. So that leaves me with $1,000 cash flow. So you tell me what you would rather do. Would you rather rent the property and have headaches for the next fucking entire year or however long you own it for $500 a month? Or would you sell it on a wrap, make $1,000 a month, have no headache, don't have to deal with calls, don't have to deal with taxes? I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious. So that's
be headache free.
That's the game plan.
We want to be headache free in the most, best way. I don't give a damn. We don't want no headaches.
So consistent monthly cash flow, period.
But
now we got to figure out how much back payments he owes, because I can only get $30,000 back. So if I have to pay him $50,000, then I'm still out of pocket $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So until we get that information, then we'll figure out how much we can pay him and how this deal's gonna work. But I think that's our game plan: is
the wrap.
buy it on subject to, sell it on a wrap.